Okay, in this video, we'll study the very first application of Bernoulli's equation, that is venturimeter. See, venturimeter is a device which is used to measure the flow rate of a fluid flowing through a pipe. See, here we are going to measuring the flow rate with the help of venturimeter. See, then we'll see what is a flow rate of the fluid. The flow rate is nothing but a discharge. Discharge means the amount of that water flowing through that pipe. Okay, that is nothing but what? There is a discharge with respect to time. Amount of fluid passing through that pipe with respect to time, that is nothing but a rate of flow or discharge. We are going to measure with the help of the venturimeter. Okay, then see from the figure we can see that the venturimeter mainly consists of three major parts. First one, converging part, that is fun. Then second one, a throat. Then the third one is divergent part. Okay, we'll derive the discharge equation for venturimeter. Consider a venturimeter fitted in a horizontal pipe. See, we need to measure the discharge with respect to that horizontal pipe, so that we are going to fitting a venturimeter in that horizontal pipe where the fluid flows. Okay, let's consider D1, where D1 is a diameter of pipe. Then D2, see the D2 is called as diameter of throat. Similarly, we know that D1 is the diameter, then we can measure the area of that pipe, that is called as diameter of pipe, that is the area of pipe, that is A1, that is pi by 4 into D1 square. Similarly, the diameter of throat D2 is known, then we can calculate what is A2. Therefore, since it is a horizontal section, the Z1 and Z2s are heights measured from the diatom line. Therefore, we know that Bernoulli's equation, therefore we are going to applying the Bernoulli's equation at the section 1 and section 2. The Bernoulli's equation says there is a pressure head and kinetic head and diatom head at the section 1 is equal to the section 2. That is P1 by rho g is a pressure head, B1 square by 2g is a velocity head, Z1 is a diatom head is equal to pressure head at the section 2, velocity head at the section 2, then diatom head at the section 2. Since it is a pipe is a horizontal, the Z1 is equal to Z2. That Z1 and Z2 are the height measured from the diatom line. Therefore, the equation 2 becomes P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g is equal to P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g. We can call it as the equation 2 for our reference. Therefore, writing the similar terms on one side, we can write P1 minus P2 divided by rho g is equal to V2 square minus V1 square by 2g. We can call it as 3. But we know that P1 minus P2 by rho g is nothing but a difference in a pressure head, that is H. That H is equal to V2 square minus V1 square divided by 2g. We can call it as a equation 4. See, where V1 is a velocity, V1 is a velocity at the section 1, then V2 is the velocity at the section 2. Therefore, we know that the continuity equation, that is Q is equal to A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. See, so we can define what is V1 is equal to from the continuity equation. Therefore, V1 becomes A2 V2 divided by A1. We need to substitute this V1 in the equation 4. Therefore, the equation 4 becomes H is equal to V2 square by 2g minus A2 V2 square divided by A1 whole divided by 2g. Therefore, writing the similar terms, that is V2 square by 2g, we are going to take a common, that is V2 square by 2g. Then it becomes H is equal to V2 square by 2g 1 minus A2 square divided by A1 square. Then I am going to measure what is V2. Therefore, we are going to get the V2 square is equal to 2gh into A1 square divided by A1 square minus A2 square. Therefore, I am writing in terms of V2. That square is cancelled, it becomes a root. Therefore, V2 is equal to root of 2gh into A1 square divided by A1 square minus A2 square. Therefore, we know that from the continuity equation, discharge is equal to A2 into V2. See here, you can take A1 and A1 into V1, but while deriving this equation, we are considered here V1 is equal to from the continuity equation. Then we can derive for V2 also. Then the continuity equation becomes A1 into V1. See here, the discharge equation Q is equal to A2 into V2. Therefore, substituting the values of V2 in the discharge equation, that is Q is equal to A2 into A1 divided by square root of A1 square minus A2 square into root of 2GH. See, this equation is known as theoretical discharge. Therefore, for the ideal conditions, we need to consider the coefficient of discharge, that is CD. Therefore, the actual discharge Q actual is equal to CD into A1 into A2 divided by A1 square minus A2 square into square root of 2GH, where H is head or rise in manometer. See, therefore, the CD, this is the equation, the discharge equation for venturimeter. See, we have to we have to know the two very important points, that is CD. CD can be measured with the help of the actual discharge divided by theoretical discharge. If the CD value is not given in the question, then we need to assume the CD as 0.98 for venturimeter. Then CD can also be determined by square root of H minus HF divided by H, where HF is what? Head losses. We need to check whether the problem is in the problem, whether that head loss is given or not. Then if the head losses is given, then pressure head or rise in manometer is also given. Then we need to calculate the CD is equal to square root of H minus HF divided by H. See, based on these two equation, we can find out the CD value if it is not given in the question. If the data related to head loss is also not given, then we need to assume it as a 0.98. Then in this venturimeter derivation, there is a H, that is small h, to find the conditions like when the manometer fluid contains heavy liquids. See, we are going to measuring that